Kiyah, we know it's well known that you won 2 Emmys for Best Daytime Hair with Tyra Banks. What was your experience like winning your first Emmy?
It actually was a big surprise. It wasn't expected at all. I remember falling asleep, but something said, write your little something just in case, because that's what everybody else does.
Right.
And I just remember dozing off, and I woke up to, and the winner is Kiyah Wright, the Tyra Banks show. And my sister was like, Kiyah. And I'm like, oh, what? And she was like, you won. I'm like, no. And I ran up, and it was like a big surprise.
Wow. Beautiful. Beautiful.
It was a big surprise, really.
You were dozing off. You really didn't think you were going to win.
Who's dozing off? Who's
right.
dozing off at the first event?
Right. Tell me, in the last 15 years, what would you say is your biggest accomplishment, as a hairstylist?
I mean, I don't think I could. My biggest accomplishment was definitely winning an Emmy. I mean, who would have ever thought? And what was even bigger for me was that they don't air the Emmys for on television. It's a private event. It's a private dinner that they had with all the people in production, for the most part, all the people behind the scenes.
Right.
But this particular one was a surprise because they aired my little winning segment on national television, because that was the year when Tyra had just got her talk show, so she was really hot. So they aired my one little piece when I said thank you. That's how I was able to get it on my reel, because they aired it on television.
Right.
So awesome.
Cool.
That was a big change in my life right there.
Love in the City. Just tell me briefly how the docu-series came about.
You know what? It actually happened to a really good friend of mine, D'Angela Speed, who is a producer.
Okay.
And she also now is the head of TV One. But she came to me and was like, Kiyah, you got a great group of friends. You guys are fun. You're jovial. And your lives are freaking exciting. I think we should do a show. And I sort of handpicked. I'm a hairstylist, so I'm pretty much the catalyst between a lot of my friends, And I picked some of my favorite people. And they had, and fortunately enough and unfortunately, they had just really interesting stories. It's about real stories, real life, and real circumstances. I had two of my friends are breast cancer survivors. So it's life after breast cancer. And then myself, building a brand, dating a 27-year-old, realizing that, I'm 40 years old now and I don't have any more time left. I want to build a family.
Right.
And then I have a best friend who's going through, who was going through surrogacy, separation, and, life changed. 45 hit and life changed.
Okay. Now, thinking back on all the celebrities you have styled, who would you say you've had the best experience with, and why? Besides Tyra, because I know you work with Tyra, so give me somebody else. I feel like you're going to give me Tyra. Well, it was gratifying.
So many artists, but you do really have special moments with all of them. I work with all of them, from Gabrielle, Terry, all of them. Sierra was a good one because she was at the beginning of really switching over into fashion. I would say about a year or two ago, about 2 years ago. I think that was that moment when Sierra really started to really delve into the fashion side, and we launched that ombre, dark root, really dramatic ends, and then everybody really, wanted it after that. Like the urban market, I could tell, just sort of soared after that kind of moment. That was really gratifying.
Okay.
And she gonna take my Tyra away from me, because I did a look on Tyra that was really a good look for the Emmys one year, and it's just, it's in every hair magazine from white to black to everything. So, but I would say probably Sierra was a good one. Sierra was a really good one.
Okay.
What do you feel are the most challenging experiences that you have to deal with day to day in your profession?
Challenging. I don't have a lot of challenging moments because I'm one of those. I'm like a hair Nazi. I call myself sometimes. I'm like one of those stylists that is very passionate about what I do, and it's like I really do aim to really please you and make you happy. And I would say it's challenging when you work with an artist that just doesn't understand beauty. A celebrity. Like, my clients are so grateful. Like, they love makeovers, and I get to have more freedom with the everyday woman. But when I'm working with a celebrity, if they're not confident about what they're looking like, then it's very challenging to make them beautiful or to even feel beautiful. If they're not confident, I mean, and the reason why I know it's confident because I will work with Tyra. Tyra's a no-fuss hair, beauty girl on any level. I want my makeup done in 20 minutes. Kiyah, do something, tease it here, and she'll walk out with posture and confidence and make the whole hair look amazing.
Wow, do you feel like that's a big part of your job?
It's a huge part of my job, and that's why most people I really make happy because I get gratification from making you happy. When I spin you around that chair, there's light in your eyes, and it's just about making people smile and making people happy. Really, that's what it's about for me as a hairstylist, which is why I stay close to the salon. I think you get your most gratification with the salon.
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, so you're a brand ambassador for Clairol, right? You're a colorist for them, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, I know you had a magic makeover event recently, or it was a while. Can you tell me tell me about that? Did you organize that, or can you tell me a little bit more?
Yes, it was basically my brand is Muse Hair, and it was basically a Muse Hair production. I'm one of those stylists that I do a little bit of everything. So for me, like I said, imaging and makeovers are my thing. Like that's pretty much what I love. That's probably why I stay very close to the salon and the everyday woman. And a lot of people reach out to me and they just, I'm like, you know what? It's about makeovers. It's about changing people from the inside out. Like, you change and in this case, it's really outside in because when you change a woman's hair, you change her walk. You change her confidence. She walk out with her head feeling tall. She feels sexy, the whole thing. So that was really my focus is to do a makeover on everyday women, and that's why we called it like Makeover Magic because with the influence of color. So especially with a lot of ethnic hair, or textured hair, we're really, especially with us, Black ethnic hair, we don't really, we're not as color savvy and experienced as it is in the Caucasian market.
Of course.
And I wanted to, do something on, textured hair, no relaxer, no color, just a head of virgin hair. I wanted to do ombre, where it's light at the roots and really bright at the end.
Right.
I wanted to do something like that, and then talk a little bit about maintenance and how to care for it, and conditioning is important, and silk scarves and things like that. Like, don't be afraid of it. Just make sure you maintain it, and you can do it too. Then I did 2 other ethnic girls. One Filipino, which is like Asian type hair, which is a new trend, which is like rose gold, which is a like a beautiful like a blonde with a pinkish reddy sort of tone, and we called it like the rose gold trend. I wanted to do something like new and trend setting.
Okay.
And that's the color for the season. Pastels are the colors for the season. So I thought rose gold would be a good fit.
Yeah, women that wear extensions, weave, whatnot. What's the best tip that you can give them?
One of the best tips that I would say is make sure you keep it in increments. Like you get your extensions and you take it out in 3 months. Brush your scalp because the growth of your hair has everything to do with, like, yes, our hair loves braids. It loves, being not touched for a while, and then you, but it also likes stimulation. Brushing your scalp is really what helps your scalp be stimulated so that your hair can grow. The blood circulation in your system helps your hair grow.
Right.
And 3 months of just no brushing your hair, and you take your weave out, and you're like, oh my God, my hair is coming out so bad. No, it's because your hair naturally sheds daily. Right. And your hair has not shedded for 3 months in a row. So once you take those extensions out, you want to leave them out for at least a month and just brush and stimulate and cleanse your scalp like every week. And then you could put them back in maybe a month and a half later. It's just education. It really is. That's really a real big part of because it's a big part of my foundation is education. That's what I'm learning at becoming an older stylist, a veteran stylist, is that it really does start with the stylist. You know what I mean? Like, we go to hair school. People go to hair. Everybody do hair now. College students, they do hair to make money, to hustle, to pay for books and hang out. And, just the ethics are all, like, crazy right now.
But everybody can't do hair.
Everybody can't do hair because it got to be a passion. It got to be a love. And then you also want to partner it with some hair care and just understand the science of hair.
Right.
What makes it grow and how it's stimulated and hair vitamins and keeping extensions in too long, and when your hair application, even applying the weave is really important. Because some people, when they braid it straight back, and then they lay that track on it, so it's pulling in every direction instead of braiding it down and then letting the track go across the braid.
Right.
So just little things like that is just key. Like if you braid the hair straight back and you put the weave on straight back, it's like everything's pulling straight back. But if you braid the hair down and then you cut that weave across, you minimize the amount of stress you're putting on the edges, because the temples are the weakest part of the hairline.
Natural hair is obviously coming back big. A lot of people are going natural or whatnot. What tip would you have for females going, transitioning from their perms back into their natural hair? What's the best hair care tip you can give there?
My best advice really is it's all about hydration. It starts with a good shampoo. So a good hydrating shampoo, start with that, and that's the ingredients are everywhere. So when you read the opening, as soon as you pick up a bottle of shampoo, it's going to say hydration or moisture right on the cover. It's not on the back. It should be right there in the title. So hydration is key. Also, using a deep conditioning mask, meaning the kind you scoop up in a jar, plastic cap, and with heat, at least biweekly.
Right.
And Muse, to me, is the thing that inspires you. So the everyday woman inspires me, the artist, the celebrity. Everything pretty much inspires me when it comes to hair. So I decided to come out with a line for curly, kinky, textured, wavy hair. From South America to Africa. Anything in the middle that's textured hair. Looking to maintain and just sort of give the hair some sort of regime, like a hair regime for natural curly hair.
Okay. Now, in the future, do you have any plans for opening your own chain of hair salons? Or?
Yes.
Okay.
I plan on Muse Hair being a conglomerate. So I want hair accessories, meaning hair extensions and wigs. And I also want hair, tools. Flat irons, blow dryers, everything. Muse Hair, everything. My goal is to become the Paul Mitchell of textured hair care.
I like that.
That's my goal. We don't have a Frederick Mackay, a Warren Chacoli, a Joel and Everett, a Sally Hershberg of textured ethnic hair. Why?
That's a
Why?
Good,
I don't get it.
That's a good question.
Dark and Lovely is a corporation. Soft and Beautiful, Hair Sheen, all of these are companies. But there's no representative and spokesperson that we feel credible, fun, trend-setting that represents our brand.
I know you talk about doing the Hollywood look. Just tell me what it means to you.
Hollywood look to me is really just is a part of my whole brand. I'm from the hood to Hollywood. That's me. So I'm from everything from, the everyday woman, because that's where I came from, to working with the Hollywood star and entertainer. So, it's kind of self-explanatory. We all, the everyday woman aspires to look like the celebrity. So that's pretty much was my focus, taking the everyday woman and making her feel and look Hollywood.